Hi everybody, I'm Dee.
And I'm Jay,
and we are ParoDeeJay.
Now we might look a little different because we are in real time back home.
I know.
But today is going to be Q&A episode number 5.
Wow.
So stick around to the end for the questions and hopefully some answers that make sense.
Yep.
The focus of the first part of today's video is a fun behind-the-scenes tour that we got to do on this grand voyage.
Pretty special because normally you have to pay extra to do that in-depth of a tour, and we've never done that type on Holland before, so that's really cool.
Yeah, we got to see a lot of places that we do not get to go ever, even on paid behind-the-scenes tours, I don't think. So anyway, let's roll that beautiful tour footage, and then we'll be back with questions. Today's grand adventure is a ship tour, which was offered complimentary for everyone on the sailing. So let's go down to deck 7, get it started. So we're in a group of about 15. They've done this in nice small batches, many tours. Oh, we got some country tunes playing there from the captain's office. But they said cameras are fine. If you're going to record a crew member, try to ask their permission. But the ones giving presentations are fair game, I guess. So let's start with the bridge and all of this fancy instrumentation. Hopefully we don't have to drive the ship today. I would like to honk the horn though. Where is the horn button? Okay, I'm not touching anything.
During normal conditions at sea, we will navigate the ship from the center, as you can see right now. But when we are in port, we will do it from the wing. So now we are at sea and we are using 2 propellers to go forward. And behind those propellers is also rudders to make turns. And we are using the autopilot. So the autopilot will keep us on the right track. If we now see a whale or anything, we have to make a quick turn. We will use the hand wheel, which is over here. But it's not engaged right now, so we can just touch it without a problem.
We've got depth maps and all sorts of fancy stuff over here. We're going to move to the other side now. They split us in half, so each group got to be at one wing. So let's flip around. Oh, that's cool. We've got these stabilizers, what they look like when they're closed and when they're open. Sort of the rudders and propellers and things like that. Oh, this is just the cutest shelf. Okay, Captain Quacky. Let the wandering continue. We get to go in the Neptune Lounge. Whoa, they got books in there, yeah. Yes, library, cozy chairs.
So the place you are in right now, we call it Neptune Lounge, as this is an exclusive lounge for all of the Neptune suites and Pinnacle suite. So just to give you an idea, for the Neptune suites, they are a total of 556 square foot. But for the Pinnacle suite, it's a total of 1,296 square foot. It's like a nice. And I know that you've been visiting our team in the guest services downstairs. You've been dealing with them with concerns or requests. Here in the Neptune Lounge, I am the one who's doing it for the suite guests.
That was fun, other than the secret library we can't access. So next up is the Galley. We're going to go down to deck 4.
We'll just have to stay at a Neptune or a Pinnacle suite.
Just to get you that library. Oh, the entrance is right here by the plaque wall near the Wajong. Hey, we've got snacks. I guess they've got their biodigester in there. Look at this. Nice little artwork carved into the melons. They've got like, oh my gosh, you know cheese is my kryptonite. Fancy breads. Oh, we've got bakery and pantry. Oh, what are they doing in there? More cuteness. All right, let me catch up. Brewing up some kind of broth back there in a giant boiler. Yeah, they're getting ready for lunch service.
So on the station, this is where the concierge station. The standard ticket of amenities they provide you.
There's a system that tracks what's being ordered and what's being prepared. Fancy. They've got the in-room dining or room service kitchen down here. They got elevators for delivering the food anywhere but deck 4.
Also, as you can see, this is the one we call the power nut by the jester. Also, food you can process it. We transferring it like into what like a liquid, so or make it water.
Next up, we are heading toward laundry. Oh, what's happening in there? Meat grinder. Right out into the dining room. Well, that makes too much sense. Down to Bravo deck.
Okay, we have 3 rooms here. Man laundry, marker room, and checker room.
Alright, let's explore the rooms of the laundry.
This room we call it man laundry. Yeah. And in Holland, this machine is hand walk runner machine. Yeah. This machine processing.
All these fancy machines. Alright. I need that folding machine at my house. Actually, I wonder if they have that fancy pressing machine that we saw before.
Label.
Well, this is processing the guest laundry. We just turned ours in this morning. It's probably down here.
Between dark, blue.
They do have the fancy machine, and they said that they do sort stuff by delegates or that kind of thing. Linen storage. That's a lot of linens. All right, let me tuck myself in a corner so folks can get in. I can't even fold a fitted sheet. Okay. So 3 folks down there folding everything. Wow. We've come up to A deck now to see some storage and food and such. We've made it to the I-95, as they call it. The main runway down the middle of deck A. Well, we've got the morgue on this side because, I mean, this is a giant floating city. Things do happen. Oh, it's chilly in here. We've just come into a giant fridgie. Man, we can go shopping. Chocolate shavings, whipping cream, whatever you need. Chocolate milk. So they do store flowers in the morgue when it's not in use, and he says they have not had to use the morgue yet this trip. They do have 3 spaces in there if needed, but we ain't needed it. Et tu, Brute. Oh, we loaded up some supplies in Mindelo. Man, we've got a lot of soft serve mix over there. Let's see what's behind door number 2. Okay, it's labeled thawing room. We have made it into the freezer. Most people are taking a very quick peek and then piecing out very quickly. Oh, all right, we're headed back out. There's some of the thawing stations. Oh, there are beverages included. Well, that's appropriate. Here we are. Welcome to the wine room.
Even Captain doesn't have this key.
Wine and M&M's. Sign me up.
Welcome to our party room. At the end of the day, the bartender will make a request of what he needs. It goes to the provision master. He will prepare it and deliver to the bars the next day.
I told him if a bottle of Woodford goes missing, don't look at me. Don't blame me.
Or a case.
California, New Zealand. I said they pick up local stuff whenever they can. All right, I think the group's getting ready to head out. Guess that would lead out to the loading area and the tender platforms. And there's where they keep everything that the digester cannot eat under refrigeration until we hit the next port to offload it. Ooh, is this the engine room? Engine control room indeed.
In the engine room, a day is divided in 4 watches. Each watch is 6 hours and consists of 1 senior watchkeeper, 1 junior watchkeeper, and a motorman. So the ECR needs to be manned 24 hours a day. It can't be unmanned at any time. 4 automation panels total, they're exactly the same, but it's for operations whenever we depart or arrive. We have our chief engineer in here, sitting on his own seat with his own panel, so he can monitor whatever he likes to monitor. Behind us is a big overview of our diesel generators. We have a total of 5. It drives the shaft all the way to the back of the ship, which drives the propeller.
This is fascinating. Onward. Got like a crew break room or mess area. Yeah, we won't go in there for privacy's sake. We've got a barber shop. Wow. Construction noises. Take a little peek at the crew menu. We've also got a board up here with activities and things that they can get up to in their free time. Salsa classes, excursions, gym classes, bingo. Ooh, we can play some darts. Alright, that is the end of the tour. Yeah, we live on 1, so we'll just hit the stairs. Hey,
Hello.
we are back.
Hope you enjoyed that.
Yeah, how was that? For you?
Oh, for me it was fantastic. We weren't expecting the invitation at all, and then for everybody on that particular segment to be able to do it, whether you had booked the whole voyage or not, was really, really special of Holland to do. And just seeing the bridge and the engineering room, I think, were some of my favorite, because we've never been to either of those. The engineering room looked like a game on the walls and
It
stuff.
kind of was, all the
It
screens
was so
and buttons.
cool. And then, you know, they had like a little drink for you when you went into the provisions
stores,
room
yeah.
and stuff like that. So really awesome. I love that they kept it small groups so everybody could get there. I was imagining there was like 200 people like trying to do this at one time, and it wasn't that many people, so it was perfect the way they did it.
Yeah, and I guess this happened in real time. Well, not real time. In cruise time, it was between our Buenos Aires pickup and our Barcelona pickup. So
Yes.
I think we had
It was not many
800 people on the ship at that point, or something that would have, I guess, theoretically got to do this tour. So, yeah, I always really like going down into the food stores and seeing all the fun things, and then plus they bribed us with cheese in the galley and beverage. Yeah, good times.
Special.
Good times, especially for an included tour. Anyway, y'all, questions. So we've gone back and gathered questions from the comments of the last video and on Facebook. So let's roll through them. Start off with, this one actually we answered in our most recent live stream, but I figure, hey, let's touch on it again here.
Why not?
What are the best and worst foods that you have eaten while in port? Now, the first worst that comes to mind is the poor passion fruit juice that was made with water in Peru that did not agree with you.
I was very sick,
that
but
that's a
I
food.
will say one of my favorite meals was the meal that I ate with that poor passion fruit juice, which was the duck with the rice. It was so flavorful, cooked perfectly. I do not think the duck made me sick. I'm pretty sure it was the juice.
Yeah, me too. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, because you had some of it and you didn't get sick. But yeah, it was phenomenal, and I don't regret it.
No. The meal that stands out to me is probably when we went to the touristy pub there in Scotland. We overpaid for all of that stuff, but it was fantastic. Plus the flight and everything that came with it.
Yeah, so we were trying to recount how many times we actually ate entire meals on this voyage. Sometimes the tours would include a light meal or a snack, so we didn't want to include those. It would just be like the ones we went out and did on our own. But we really didn't eat that many meals out, sadly.
Yeah, the pricing toward the back half of the cruise was drastically higher than the pricing of like eating out on the first half of the cruise,
Yeah.
I gotta say. So we did a lot more like enjoyment and snacks and caipirinhas and things like that on the first half before those prices shot through the roof. You'll see we got a few more snacks coming up between now and the end of the series, and
It's expensive.
who them prices.
Yeah.
But yeah, we really, and a lot of times we would not do a very good job of eating lunch on a port day.
We were so busy. We weren't trying to like skip meals by any means.
Yeah,
it just
even
kind of
on the
happened
ship.
sometimes.
We were accidentally intermittent fasting. Is that how that works?
I guess so.
I don't know. All right, we'll just bounce back and forth.
Are there any countries that have specific requirements for what you can wear?
Like in the Bahamas, and people are used to stuff like that.
Right. So the only one on this itinerary I could think of was Africa, and just different parts of it. Like camouflage was not a thing you wanted to wear. It was actually like forbidden. So,
yeah, they
because you get
reserved it.
mixed up with military.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
There's a lot of issues with camouflage in travels, and a good rule of thumb:
Don't.
Don't bring it.
Don't camouflage.
There's no need to. Wear something else.
Yeah, just let people see you. It's fine. Just
You're not hunting.
wear bright orange.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe not. How was the transatlantic experience? Were the seas calm? Were you ever bored? I don't remember if we talked about the experience, but our crossing was really calm. Mm-hmm. We lucked out with our Drake crossing, our Atlantic crossing. The roughest waters we've had, which we haven't gotten to yet, was kind of up around Iceland.
Yeah, always.
But anyway, yeah, they're very smooth in terms of seas. Were you ever bored?
No, I like sea days, but I mean, sea days for us are work days, and it's like we were in a routine, we stuck to it just like we would at home, so there's no boredom. We're not great at getting involved with like the daily activities. I do wish in hindsight we had gotten involved in more of those. We just didn't have the time to do it with work, so, which is fine.
Yeah, finding that work-life balance for us, like we said, we showed our sea day routine in one of these other videos, and I mean, we eat meals, and we work, and then we go out for an evening of fun, so...
We work out.
We work out. All right, let's jump to this one.
Do you ever have a problem with seasickness? If so, what meds do you recommend?
And we might have talked about this before.
Yeah, on this trip, none. None at all, which is surprising. I think I've just actually developed my sea legs, because there have been times in the past where I felt ill, not actually been sick. Bonine, or bonine, I don't know how you're supposed to say it.
I've heard bonine, B-O-N-I-N-E.
Works best for me. I've tried Dramamine before. I get way too sleepy and it just knocks you out. So bonine does not make me sleepy. It's chewable. It's really easy. The biggest tip is take it before you feel sick. Otherwise, it's not going to work for a while. Small boats get to me more than large cruise ships, though. So I'd always have it with me on like a tender, for instance.
And like riding sideways sometimes
I
gets
can't.
to you.
Yeah, I don't like riding sideways.
We're going to pronounce it bonine.
Bonine,
Dramamine and bonine.
But you can also get the patches prescribed by your doctor. It's just whatever you think is going to work best for you.
Yeah, because we had even brought like ginger candies because we didn't know if we were going to need them.
The Drake.
No, we did not need them at all, and they've come home, and I just enjoy one or two as a snack every couple times a week. I don't know. Does the cruise director port talk play on the in-cabin TV, or is there only one chance to attend/watch? There are different kinds of talks. Daniel, the cruise and travel director, his talks would be on the TV, and we watched quite a few of them, actually.
Yeah.
About what to do in port and things like that. The guest presenters and the seminars and lectures that were just general, no, they didn't. At least I didn't see those on the TVs.
But one thing I did like that they did, if you didn't make it to a talk, before we got to a port the next day, in the evening before the show, they would do like highlights about the area. So you could still get like a little bit of inside information without watching the entire thing if you didn't have a chance.
But if you want all the intel, we'll do it all, because Daniel would always keep a tidbit or two only for the pre-show crowd that he didn't do in his presentation.
That's true.
Ho, 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 ho.
And his talks were so good. He writes them himself. He is fantastic.
Yeah, hopefully we'll have him again on a future cruise.
Yeah.
All right, there's where we are.
Are you getting tired of cruise ship food?
Not right now, because we're home.
No, like, I don't know. We eat the same thing, like, at home
Breakfast.
in general. So we kind of stuck to that on the ship. But we would change it up for lunch and dinner. And the variety was really good. And I like that you could eat healthy if you wanted to. You could splurge if you wanted to and indulge. Like, they did a great job. And then they would bring in, like, different countries, like the food from where we were going, kept it interesting. It was just really good.
Yeah, the menus rotated enough to where I feel like we didn't really eat the same thing more than like once a month or maybe once every 3 weeks, that you would see maybe, oh, this menu came back around. There were a couple times where it was closer than that, but in general, the rotation was great.
Yeah.
This is one. Okay, this must be for fancy people. Did you book all your specialty dinners on the first day, and how many was it? Now, the way we booked, we did not get any specialty dinners included. We booked one, which was the Jacques Torres Pinnacle Grill. That's the only specialty, I believe, that we booked.
Yeah.
If you book way ahead or something like that, I guess it might include some extras.
Yeah, if you book ahead and it has like the Have It All Plus or just Have It All package, it includes some specialty dining depending on the length of the cruise. I think you would get maybe 3 on that length of cruise. I'd have to go double check, but yeah, nothing came with ours.
True. So not for us, but we did enjoy meeting Jacques Torres.
Oh, it was amazing.
We got our menu signed, and that's a treasured memory.
It's one of my favorite days.
Yeah. Here's another foodie one.
Did you try everything at the buffet at least once? That's a lot to try.
We're not trying to eat that much food. We went to every station I'll say, multiple times.
Yeah, they do have a lot of stations. I'm trying to think.
Now, a lot of the corners we skipped, like the ones you talked about,
Yeah.
German corner, Dutch corner. We didn't necessarily go to every single one of those. They had Star Wars corner for crying out loud, which we did go to. But yeah, like, you know, we would hit the salad bar, and we frequented you did the sandwich station. I would hit up that Asian station. So.
Then they had just like the regular line with like just some good protein that you could add veggies to, and like, I don't know, they had really amazing choices.
Yeah,
so food is good.
We definitely worked that buffet, but we did not try every single piece of no. How do you deal with missing holidays and major events with family? Because we didn't really miss any major holidays other than Easter, which we would have been singing in a church program,
right?
On this trip. And we, you know, we have cruised over Thanksgiving sometimes, which is something we were trying to stay away from. We never cruise over Christmas or like that area yet. But we always try to make sure that we're, you know, staying in touch, doing calls where we can, just being in touch with the family.
Yeah, and they've kind of become accustomed to the fact that we're gone a lot. It took a little while to get there, but they're just really happy when we're home, obviously, and we are too.
Yeah, so we're back now. We are getting all the visiting in and all the helping.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go.
Having lived on a cruise ship for so long, are you still as excited about your Coral Princess cruise next year, or is it not quite as appealing? Oh, I'm excited.
I'm excited.
For us, it's not about the ship so much as it is the destination, and it offers a lot of new destinations for us. And it comes with Princess Premier, which is really cool. So all the extras we were paying for on Holland are already included. So that's going to be amazing. And it's different. Like, the activities on Princess are different than Holland. So it's going to be a whole different experience. And I'm ready for it.
And, you know, we're touching the whole Australia, New Zealand, Japan, and, you know, Asia. So we're touching because I'm counting, what, 5 continents this year.
Yeah.
We at least saw Antarctica. It counts. So we're getting the other 2 next year. So I'm calling 7 continents in 2 years, which that's an amazing feat.
And then some. So it's an amazing itinerary.
Yeah. So excited, yes. And curious to see a different cruise line doing a world cruise.
Me too.
Do you find you have a great rapport with the crew, having been on the ship for so long? Yeah, that's a definite.
I was like, you have to answer.
Yeah. No, we both can.
Yeah, no, absolutely. The strangest thing is that they rotate the crew out. So you know people, and then the next day they might be not there anymore, like when they have like a turnover day. So really getting to know them was amazing while they were there. And then some of them were on the whole trip. So, but yeah, some of them watch the videos now. We've had long conversations. Amazing crew. All the ships always have amazing crew. Yeah,
I mean, between the dining, whether it's in the dining room or the Lido or elsewhere, all of the bar staff, you've got the repertory, you've got the musicians, you've got the entertainment staff. We befriended a lot of friends that we'd like to see in the future.
And the crew is so good about learning your likes and like just your preferences and things like that. And you walk into the dining room, he knew we drank a lot of water, so he would have 2 glasses of water for us. And this you don't even have to ask. It's just stuff that they visualize and, you know, make happen.
Yeah. It's magical. It's magical.
Visualize is not the right word, but anyway, you know what I mean.
They anticipate. There you go. Oh, there's one.
Have you made any plans for future cruises with others? Like people?
Well, I think with other people, which we've talked, the people that were on this Holland sailing, we've warned them that we're not intending to do the Holland big ones for 26, but we might be returning to world cruising with Holland in 27. And some of them were like, hey, we've got that book. Yeah, because we made a good amount of friends in our trivia circle and gym circle.
I feel like once a world cruiser, if you like it, you're going to continue to do it. And a lot of the people do it every year.
Yeah.
And it would be so fun to run into them again.
Yeah, so we know we got a couple. Yeah. They already told us we're going to see you in the gym and I don't know, trivia challenges, who knows.
That's pretty much what we do.
Oh gosh, and the last question, Dee, what are you reading? Now this might be a sad update because you did your last Q&A update of the books that you had read toward the end of the cruise. And we've really been home the rest of this time. So how many books have you read since we've been home?
0. I love reading, don't get me wrong, but when we got home, it's bam, 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 you know, help out the family and go visit and back into the swing of things. Work is busy, thankfully, that's amazing. I do want to read more. I need to start another book. So any suggestions would be great. I'll get them on my Kindle or something. So, yeah.
I've also read 0 books since we've been home. Anyway. So I guess that's it. That was the end of the questions for today. We may, I don't know if we're going to have any other official Q&As, but maybe we can work in a few questions after, because we're going to do a big wrap-up video where we talk about the extra costs of this cruise and what did we bring that we didn't use and what did we wish that we bring and some of those things that people have been asking for. But if you have any other questions, put them in the comments of this video on YouTube or on this post on Facebook.
Please do.
But that's it for today, so thanks for hanging out. If you have not already, be sure to subscribe to the channel, become a Paromaniac today, socialize all our media, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.
Yep, and until next time, rock on. I hit the table.
Oh
Ow.
no.
Rock on.